welcome one, welcome all. It's time for a good old XCOM stomp in Operation Glass Empire. This is our next covert data recovery.
Acquired when Exalt forces moved into their AO. The encoder is currently shielding our transmitter's position, but if Exalt manages to hack the encoder, they'll be able to locate the transmitter. If they hack both, any hope we had of recovering the data intact will be lost. New objective received.
So we've played this map at least once before. Was it a terror mission? I remember we started in this exact same position. We moved up here, used the cover that was round here. It was all grand. We had a bit of a problem with floaters or drones or something, chrysalids round here, and it was all great. But anyway, we'll have none of that trouble because we are up against Exalt, all humans at the moment. Psst, no spoilers. Well, the spoilers are that Exalts can occasionally have... in Long War, the Exalt will have aliens, captured aliens, in their base who will fight for them. But that is certainly for another time. So we are saving Private Corporal, I think probably Sergeant Dre? Sergeant Dre by now. And the new thing we have to contend with on this map is, of course, the... I keep forgetting what they're called. You hack them and it stops Exalt firing. And we have to get Dre to one of them. I know there's like one here. There might be one here. There's certainly one that's right up the back. There's like one here, where obviously that's quite a nice view. And I think you can come round the back and there's two the other side. So we won't have that many to rely on, because Dre isn't that fast. So we have to stop Exalt getting into this area which is full of explodable gas pumps. I don't think we'll have too difficult a time, especially with Master Sergeant Marauder Epiphanes. Look at all this extra conditioning. And then all the Marauder perks to be a proper tank, unlike the Listener. Last time, we've got a sniper, we've got Darth Lurtz on this map. I don't know what we're going to do with him. Because well, Darth Lurtz for a start can actually grapple up to the top, which would be quite useful in this situation, I guess. And Darth Lurtz could actually go on Overwatch up here. Darth Lurtz, I think, has low profile. Yep. So would be a bit safer up here. Full cover behind here. It'd be a bit useful to have guys up here. But we're not going to have that much time to set up. Exalt could, on the very first turn, enter this area and we'd have to get a move on. We'd only have 2 turns to deal with them. So first things first.
Affirmative, Commander.
Tony Stark here is going first. I know all the references. I know what all the kids are into these days. Magical Trevor's still somewhat of a tank. In fact, probably shouldn't have been Magical Trevor first. Magical Trevor could have gone up here. We don't really want to activate on the first turn. We want to get close as we can before activating. Because as soon as we activate, Exalt will run to this. I think Exalt automatically run towards this anyway, whether they're active or not. But they certainly do when they're active. Now, that sound wave from Magical Trevor came up this way. There is a truck you can just about see in the shadow blocking line of sight there. So I think we are fine to move up. Well, we're certainly fine to follow in Magical Trevor's footsteps, like Anarch all the way up here.
Confirmed. Closing on target position now.
I'm ready to be proven wrong. Banksy, that would have been a far better place for. Banksy, we can probably risk moving all the way up here. If we can't, then we can. Well, so Yosef's around, yep. Move Yosef last. Cheeky doesn't need to be in position just yet. Lurtz, Christ. Right, Mr. up to here. Battle scanner out. We can't really see right there. We see the relay. So it's just a matter of where we want to go with this, and there's not much point in scanning what we already have sight on. So that doesn't look like much, but it will scan around this relay, which could be helpful if we have to panic and get Dre over there quickly. There was a rubbish scanner, it just bounced off the bonnet of the car. Off the boot of the car. The bonnet's around the front. I know cars, I know all my car references. We're not going to move Dre this turn, but Dre can move only, say, to here, and be in concealment to everything around here, and then run and gun this transmitter. So we're in a reasonable position.
Moving out.
Gotta be extra careful now because our guys
On my way.
aren't in cover and have already ended their turns.
I'm on my way.
Tiffness might as well move up. Alerts will not be going up the top this turn in case of activation.
Overwatch, aye aye.
And Dre can sit still. Not gonna hunker down because we could do with the sight. That's really... There's not much anti-aliasing on that arrow, is there? Good lord. Do I remember how to zoom in and out? Yes, I do. That arrow is just so rubbish. Anyway. What do we want to do? We could try and sneak around for another turn. I'm inclined to move Epiphanis up to here and see if we can. Should have maybe moved Mistra first, so that Epiphanis could have gotten an extra square up there. Moving up to here is probably a bit of a risk, but Epiphanis has the mobility to fall back round this corner if need be.
That's affirmative.
Oh, we are right up here. So next thing to do would be to start moving Dre across. Dre can get all the way across to here, and if that doesn't activate anyone, we are golden.
Heading to that location.
So Dre, yay. I'm not even confident that's how you pronounce Dre. Right, we're not likely to activate this time. We can get a good battle scanner. There we go, there's the next relay. So it is possible to chain together these two relays if possible. We're just kind of setting up all our ducks and we're going to shoot them down in a row. So if that's still the nearest contact, then we are pretty safe, to be honest. There could be contact around here. There's the other relay as well. So we've got 3 relays in grasp, in our sights.
Roger, tracking.
We're just going to stack up on this car, to be honest.
Rolling.
Anok might as well overwatch. Same with Yosef.
On my way. Eyes peeled, Commander. Roger, I've got my eyes on.
Move Epiphanis up.
On my way.
Every little helps. Want Cheeky right up there. Darth Alerts. This corner isn't too bad for him. Because obviously he can't really see past this car, but that's still a narrow cone of fire. But it's a cone of fire covering the positions that their Exalt would take up once they activate. Whereas coming up here, be blocked by the roof. So I'm liking this for alerts. And that certainly wouldn't activate them.
Already there.
Oh! I didn't expect to have sight on them. So is this not full cover? I thought this was full cover. I mean, still not activating them because they're too far away, but still, I didn't expect to have line of sight.
Overwatch, aye
Cheeky up, in case of cheeky captures.
aye. When you're
Banksy now has a rocket set up right here. Obviously we have to be careful with rockets because if we blow up the encoder, that's as good as, well, that is literally losing it.
Roger that.
It's not as good as, it is losing it. Dre all the way up. And we are set. I think they're stationary because we haven't seen them move at all. There we go. Not active, but they're inching their way towards the encoder. I'm surprised we haven't seen any more active Exalt with these scans. I mean, we could really try and push it and come all the way up here, but I think this video is... Let's just kick it off. This will probably activate not only these guys, but any pods around.
Hostile spotted.
It is only them. Cheeky up to grenade.
Someone is attempting to access the encoder, Commander.
They are.
We can't allow Exalt to hack that equipment or they're
We
going to
cannot.
locate the transmitter.
And we could let them do it. It'd be a laugh. And see, there we go. Narrow cone of fire, but that's where all the positions are. Who am I looking for? Cheeky. Cheeky cannot get into cover. Do any of these guys have laser weapons? These are all ballistics, I think. What might work is this. We'll see if this works. Cheeky is not in sight of any of them. For them to come forward and be in sight of Cheeky, they would have to come right up to Epiphanous with Close Combat Specialist, and Cheeky can't get a grenade from there. This might kill all of them in a single shot. We've got Sapper, it's an alien grenade.
I've got a visual.
Oh, hello. That explosion has activated more people, which is not great. We need to deal with that Rocketeer. But the thing is, as well, that if we need to, we've got the panic button. Dre, one turn off, so Dre can burn a running gun to do that. Cheeky still can't actually be seen by them. Right, can we get a good rocket? It'd be a bit of a risky rocket. We can't afford setting this car on fire either, I think, because if this car explodes it might take the encoder with it. I'm not sure. I think we can risk that rocket though. Try and blow up that car. I think it's going to be fine. And we're going to have very little use for rockets apart from this at the early stages. Right, that car is at least on fire, so they're not going to sit there and chuck rockets at us. Magical Trevor can get up all the way and probably get a flank on one of these guys. Could even come all the way up here. That's a ridiculous move. That is such a stupid move. It must be done. What could go wrong? Magical Trevor is, of course, a tank. Moving up to hit is... It's going to activate everything on the map, but we still have the panic button if we need it. I prefer not to... It feels a bit cheap. It isn't cheap, because these XCOM missions can get ridiculous. But there we go. We weren't going to take out that guy anyway, and he does have a grenade. And that's only one... Nobody else is activated, and indeed, only this guy can see Magical Trevor, albeit this is the guy with the rockets. In fact, there's two guys with rockets over there, isn't there? Maybe I should have run and gun over here. Maybe I should actually pay attention to what I'm doing. Lads, what do your sniper's eyes see? You can see those two guys. Well, I mean, we're doing nothing else.
Dead.
I think that's one of the Rocketeers down. Mister can holo target the other one at the back, surely. Doesn't even have to move to do. Why? Mister does have to move to do it. Who else we've got? Anarch. Anarch all the way across here. Into full cover, it'll be fine. Maybe. And of course Epiphanous. Epiphanous can finish off this guy if we really need to. With a flamethrower. Could take out that guy. So where do we want to move Mistra? Mistra could come here and get the flank, in fact.
Okay.
I quite like that.
Enemies in
If
sight.
our operative
I don't
can
like
get
that.
close enough to one of those Exalt communications relays deployed throughout
And there's the
area,
laser rifle, so
they
we are
may be
definitely
able to
hacking this
access
turn.
the system and disable Exalt communications using the recovered data's encryption keys.
And that's always the problem when you play very aggressively. Now these guys, you see from how much more health they have, and they have laser rifles. These guys have gene mods, I think. Now it's a bit of a decision where I want to put Dre here, because obviously he needs to go beside the encoder. But the thing is, if I leave Mistra here, then Dre could be a target for grenades, and Dre has only got 4 health. So I'm going to leave Dre over here.
Roger, Dodger.
As much as I'd like to leave Dre on the other side, ready to hack the next encoder if need be.
We've disrupted the enemy communications network. It'll take
Right,
some
hold
time
on.
for them to get it running again.
This guy has Grenadier. Wonderful. Oh, that might have been a major mistake. Dre's in quite a lot of trouble. But they can't shoot this turn, they can only grenade. So what I'm going to do, maybe quite stupid. Yosef up to here, not in cover, he doesn't need to be in cover. Overwatch Sentinel. Anarch. This probably isn't going to work, but up to here, Overwatch. Opportunist. Because this guy, I don't think he can land a grenade on Dre from there. He's going to have to move up. Where's he going to move up to? Probably along here. And if he moves up to there, Anarch's got covering fire. It wouldn't kill him, to be honest. But I've committed to it now. Right, if we take out this guy, that means we don't need anyone to block the capture, which means that Epiphanes could also move up to here and get close combat and threaten him into staying back. See, if Epiphanes moved up to here, it would mean this guy probably wouldn't move up to this cover, because he'd be in flank. It's kind of like a king moving into check in chess. You can't, you literally can't move into check. So if we take out this guy, I'm liking this hat and this hair.
Target down.
So there we go, honk, as you do. Epiphanes up to here, who hasn't really done much yet, but just by his presence is really helping. And Dre could take a shot, I'd rather he didn't. So these guys are going to move in now. Magical Trevor can... Right, that was a reload. See there, grenade on Epiphanes. I'm loving it. This is what happens with high-powered mechs, with all the damage reduction. Well, you've made a bad choice there, Rocketeer. I mean, I've seen some poor choices in my time. I've made many of them, but this is among the worst. You've gone right up to the mech. That car's about to explode because your friend just said it to explode. Is it just going to explode immediately and take him out? That's a shame. Right, we can't take that cover now. Right, so obviously this guy has a problem with grenades. This guy, not so much. We can't hack this turn because we burned the running gun. So we need to be a bit careful. There's no panic button here. But we've got Magical Trevor, who's going to have an amazing turn.
X-ray spotted.
Well, maybe not. Hold on, because this guy's only just come on the map. Still disabled? Nah. Right, if we can deal with this guy with, say, Mistra, then Magical Trevor can at least take out this Rocketeer by using close encounters for a free shot. And then if it comes to it, Magical Trevor can run away. I'd prefer it if Magical Trevor then took out one of these guys. But that means... What do we want to do? We have to leave some guys... We have to get our guys back in cover. What can Lurch do? 66% on that guy. And the guy at the back. Mr. and Mistra. Can actually get close to a flank. I'd like us to go all out and get this guy down. That's what I'd like from this turn. So holo targeting on. Lance will take his shot as well. Quality hit. As much as I'd like to capture him, he's too dangerous. No wonder you missed. There's a bloody huge truck in the way. Dre, obviously I'd like to get closer to the relay, but what's Dre got? Steadfast. No hit and run, which would have been useful. Dre could actually finish off this guy. If Dre was willing to stand in the open, then we could finish off this guy. Alright, we've got Epiphanes, who could just go up and rock this guy.
I'm on the move.
This guy's going to panic as well. Of course, that guy's the other flank. Okay. This guy's the important one. He's got Grenadier. Oh, hit and run as well. I keep forgetting that Epiphanis is Epiphanis. Could flame this guy, maybe panic him. Cheeky could come up. I'd rather take the reload though. This is the problem with the mech weapons at the moment. I'd love to be able to take that position with Dre and just pistol that guy, but you know, Dre would die. Which isn't great. Right, Yusuf now needs to take up a position. Is it worth taking that shot? No, I'd rather... Because if this guy stays in place, he's dead. Although he could fire a rocket, in which case we'd be dead. Yusuf's there, got a lot of health, got reasonable armor. So is Epiphanis. And covering fire, of course. So, Dre... That guy can... And we still have to figure out what we're doing with Trev. Right, worst case scenario. Cheeky just grenades this guy. Burns a grenade, but that's fine. And he's dead anyway. So Dre is going to stay here and take this shot. Hopefully we don't need to. Oh, brilliant.
Target eliminated.
That means Cheeky can come over this side. I don't want to move Cheeky up to any cars really, but if that's the cover, then that's the cover. Or I could start moving Cheeky up here for a Cheeky capture. Cheeky capture is going to get so old. So old so quickly. I don't think we're going to fire any more rockets, to be honest. So I'd rather get Mama Bear Banksy into a better position, like say there. Can help out on the right flank next turn. Similarly, Anarch. Ugh. Anarch I'd like to get in a position to overwatch, that might be good enough. That's kind of inviting a rocket though, is it not?
Aye, aye, Commander.
You never know. That might have been able to reach. Now Anarch only has opportunity to overwatch, so Anarch can take a shot and not really be disadvantaged, but you know, covering fire as well.
I've got eyes on.
Cheeky, that's kind of taking up Cheeky's 2 positions. Then these guys aren't rocketeers. They don't have lasers. It doesn't look like they have grenades. I'm just... Oh, there's a grenade. So we want to watch out for this guy. Cheeky, I am going to... Well, I was going to start moving up for a capture, but there's nowhere to move up to. Unless... Yeah, there we go. That works. Out of sight from everyone, moving quite far up. Now Magical Trevor, the only thing Magical Trevor can do is fall back. Where to? Could fall back to here, potentially get flanked from there. Up the ladder, we could block them coming up, but still get shot at and grenaded. And Magical Trevor doesn't have CCS, because he, she, whoever has Steadfast, yep. So you just got to consider these things. I think that's the best place.
Roger that.
Because they'll have to burn a grenade. And then auto-repair. Not even a scratch commander. Right, that guy's dead.
Out of the game. Neutralized.
Hopefully this guy's dead. This guy is off and running. Overwatch, you say? I'll show you exactly what I think of your Overwatch.
I'm on it, Commander.
4 DR. And that'll be repaired next turn as well. Let's see if we can't panic him.
Killing it with fire.
Adrenaline surge, he might not panic. He might have Steadfast and various stuff. Look, I forgot all about you. Mister, what have you got? Nothing, because you can see that guy, you've got line of sight to him, but nowhere near his range. Dre, the Spitfire. Let's not risk moving Dre up to here just yet. Like, Dre up to there once we've dealt with the guy on the right.
That's a Affirmative.
Magical Trevor can kill him for free. Presumably. Do less than 6 damage, I'd be very disappointed. Promotion, is that up to Master Sergeant now? It's at least Gunnery Sergeant.
Ready to rock.
I'll take the free reloads. Lurtz can finally do a cool thing and go up for no real reason.
Grapple out.
I say no real reason, but moving Lurtz up here, Lurtz should have a shot on this guy.
On the move.
I'd rather Lurtz get the kill than Master Sergeant Epiphanes. Cheeky, I also want up there as well, of course. Cheeky can come all the way up here. That'd be fine. Cheeky's got armor. I mean, generally now we're just going to spread out. And Overwatch, I don't think we've had the last waves of runners yet.
That's affirmative.
So Dre is up. Move to here just so there's in 1 turn away. A blue move away, can hit it next turn without running gun. Banksy,
That's it.
move in. Anarch
Rolling.
can overwatch anyone running in on the left.
Got it covered.
Mistra can hang about doing
Aye, aye,
whatever
Commander.
Mistra wants to do.
Reloaded.
This guy just has to be so terrified, surely. Just a robot relentlessly. Oh no, don't run towards him! Oh come on, we ought to capture you! You would have been fine!
Enemy target eliminated.
We've got new contacts moving in, Commander.
There you go, Anarch. Come, give me someone good. Who isn't going to die until that guy's dead. Because Yosef gets 2 shots. I'm liking this wide-angle view, though. Oh, hello.
Down.
Hi guys, on Overwatch, we just didn't see it because of me turning that off for the wide-angle view. Does this guy has a laser weapon. Unfortunately, how do we get up there? Cheeky can't get up there. I've got a stupid idea. Because, brilliantly, I've deliberately brought someone with disabling shot. And this was all part of my plan. Not right, not...
Halting. Enemies advanced.
I think I turned the UI off just in time to get a good screenshot for the thumbnail, which is all important. I'm sure you'll agree. Right, this guy is disabled. He's going to jump down and reload. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to capture him. It's going to work. Dre's going to get a 2nd kill.
I'm out of firepower over here.
Where is Anarch? For I'd very much like a chem grenade.
Heading out.
Although this guy does have... Do we have anyone with suppression? Yosef has suppression. I deliberately brought a single infantry with suppression. Although, Yosef would probably kill because he's going to run. Ah, Yosef probably would... Well, but with chem... Ah, I've made a mistake moving Dre up this far.
Okay.
We might have to kill him. That was a mistake.
Aye, aye. Suppressing, Commander. Got no ammo.
We got no ammo.
Moving.
Because he's disabled, he can only really use... You know what, let's just kill him. It's too much of a risk. I'm not prepared to lose Dre just to try and capture 1 laser rifle.
Eliminated.
He's not even the last guy. Was that not the final wave?
Got it covered.
I'm assuming not.
Moving to Overwatch.
Did another guy drop in and I just was not paying enough attention?
Affirmative. Covering now.
Presumably. Right up there. Maybe there was just another pod, we haven't run into them yet.
That sound.
So Epiphanes and Cheeky are going to hunt down these guys. Do you think that's them in there? Just hiding in the truck. It's ridiculous.
Let's do this.
Magical Trevor, hopefully reveal them. So I can see whether to bother to move Cheeky up looking for a capture. But it's not to be. Oh, we can risk it. Magical Trevor's a tank.
Enemies in sight.
They're ballistics anyway. What kind of... oh, right. I was going to say, what kind of shot was that? It's just a normal shot. Epiphanous up to here. This guy's going to panic. Dre is safe and sound over there. Cheeky!
Hauling ass.
We could go for a pointless capture. Those are always fun. Oh, of course. There's no point in taking any risks.
That should throw them off. It will take Exalt's
Yeah,
people
damn
some
right it
time
will
to
throw
get
them
their
off.
communications back up and running.
I'm ready.
So Exalt, I think in Beta 14, it was really Beta 13, I think, that Exalt were just completely overpowered, and that's really
Will do.
what I remember my Exalt missions from. Because what I remember of Exalt missions is like quick saving every turn and reloading like every other turn, because it was just so impossible to play. I don't know where you're going, mate. Didn't even reload the gun.
They're on the move.
Yeah, there's a flank. What's he gonna do? Nothing.
It looks like this is the last of the hostile
Okay, this is the last of the
reinforcements,
reinforcements.
Commander. We just need to hold out a little
Oh,
longer.
hello. Laser rifle. I shouldn't have rushed everyone forwards. Could have done with some Overwatch. Right, we want to kill everyone. Apart from this guy. We want to disable, which we can do
Moving to firing position.
by running and gunning up to this left-hand side. Oh fuck! I forgot about that. Oh, what a brain freeze! Andre of all people. Oh,
Enemy communications are down.
it's like I always
That
say,
should keep
hubris is
Exalt
my
busy for a while.
biggest threat, and that's almost hubristic in itself. Oh, Darth Lights does not have disabling shot. I mean, we've got another chem. Can move up to here and chem him.
Yes, Commander.
That'll make him less likely to do stuff. We'll give him a little bit of damage, maybe. If we can get him down to 1 health while he's chemmed, he will do literally nothing. The Magical Trevor can... well, Magical Trevor's going to have to kill everyone here. As is Epiphanous. Just for efficiency's sake, of course. So a free kill. I like how cleverly that guy didn't actually move.
Enemy unit
Because it would have killed him. He knew that much.
heading there now.
This fella's got a lot of health. Opportunist aggression, tack sense.
My weapon is dry. Kill confirmed.
Oh, we've got the guys over here as well. I've just lost all track of everything. And we need to stay safe from this guy because this guy's not going to be dead. Because we're playing with fire. Oh, that was stupid. I should have shot that guy with Epiphanous and shot this guy, Magical Trevor, moved Magical Trevor there, shot that guy. Right, with no disabling shots, Lurtz can take any shot he likes. Could kill either of those guys. Cheeky needs to start coming across for the capture. Yosef needs to move away from this guy.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Anarch had that. So alerts will probably be needed to... Let's just get that guy out of the way.
No longer a threat.
Have actually got the technical issues sorted as well. It's quite cool. Right, who have we still got? We've got that guy. That guy. This effect on the screen means that Yosef missed the last shot and hyper-reactive pupils are in play. There we go, plus 10% from hyper-reactive pupils. So Yosef can hit pretty much anything. I only want you to hit that guy. Oh, what? Yosef. Because I'm not sure where to put Magical Trevor to keep him safe from that guy. And still be able to take out this guy. And that guy has the grenade. So, let's just make sure we take out the guy with lots of health then. Might one-shot him. Indeed we have.
Nailed it.
Yeah, let's try and pistol this guy. It might do a decent amount of damage. Nah, well. I don't know what Adrenaline Surge does. We've still got Banksy as well, of course. See, of course, what's Banksy actually going to do? Banksy could probably actually kill the guy we need to be killed, to be honest. That'd be useful.
Я пошла.
Now, this guy obviously can't come around. It's just that guy and that guy, right? Yep, good. I'll take that. In fact, just take a shot on that guy. You might kill him, you never know. Cheeky! I wouldn't mind getting him up there, but his movement is not good enough. So like I said, playing with fire a little bit because we want this capture. I think both these guys have grenades. This guy's going to lose another bit of health. But Dre's nowhere nearby, we can survive any grenade. Cheeky cannot get close enough for a capture, he can sprint right up there. I don't think either of them reloaded. I think they're all still disabled. So, who do we want to get the kills? I'd like Banksy to get a kill. Is there anything we can do to really stop this guy mucking us up? We want to keep Epiphanes far away because Epiphanes just kill everyone. Unless, no, Epiphanes is out of ammo. So Epiphanes can run right up. And it'll all be fine. Magical Trevor can stay right here. Keep pistoling away. Right, that's capture range. Cheeky up to here. This is so stupid. It's gonna work, it's gonna work. Yeah, just walk on sunshine across there, Cheeky, it's fine. No more acid. No more chem grenade. So we just need to kill this guy.
Taken care of. I'm rolling.
I mean, we could suppress, but this guy is still flanked, so let's not.
Reloaded.
Dre. You never know, we might need that last relay. Disabling shot could do the tiny amount of damage we want it to do. In fact. Oh, there we go. This guy can do literally nothing because if he does anything at all, he'll be killed by the acid. So we are safe to do whatever. For as long as the acid lasts. And this is why chem grenades are so useful for doing captures like this. Because this guy's now literally helpless.
Good to go.
So long as this acid persists, and it's not persisting, but he's still disabled. So we've got at least one shot at this. He does have a laser rifle, right? Right? Sure.
Solid copy.
Epiphanes, we're not going to reload. If we one for all him here,
Providing cover at my location.
that means he's not going to run from Magical Trevor's flank. He might just run into this square regardless and muck it all up.
Subduing time.
So there we go, stabs himself with a neck. In the neck.
To such extreme measures to avoid being taken alive?
We took a guy alive and then he died.
Exalt's forces in the area have been
But it's all
eliminated and the
excellent
transmitter
work.
is secure.
21 down and we got a laser rifle out of it anyway. With a cheeky capture. I'm quite pleased. Because we've seen requests in the past for laser rifles, and those requests will persist so long as we have laser rifles. So if we can keep getting laser rifles in from Exalt, that's another source of income.
I'm certainly impressed by our soldiers' combat abilities.
So that has gone quite well. Our Master Sergeant and Magical Trevor, I think our first assault, to stay in assault and get up to Master Sergeant. I'm not sure what I like doing most with my assault, so I'll leave this choice, but as you can see, lightning reflexes. It's very good in the early gamers, but as we've seen, we're not really using our scouts anymore to run the Overwatches. We're tanking them with our Marauders, with our Goliaths, with any of our mechs, to be honest. Resilience is pretty great. If you're going to continue using your assaults as tanks, which you pretty much will, then resilience obviously stops critical hits, and that's what kills you guys. Or you've got vital point targeting, which is a bit weak, I feel, compared to the other two. But equally, it's +2 damage per turn. And in fact, on Magical Trevor, I'm probably going to use vital point targeting, because it's also +1 damage to sidearms, and that's plus the +1 damage from sidearms that Gunslinger gives. And it takes away the long range accuracy penalty. So that's why Magical Trevor was actually able to hit those pistol shots. I'm probably going to go with vital point targeting for Magical Trevor, although I'll think about it until later. Anarch up to Tech Sergeant. As an oval, I like Dense Smoke. We've got Combat Drugs on Revolutionary Rebel. It's not going to be that useful for a very long time. Dense Smoke will be. Unless we want to do Ranger, of course. And that gives the aim. That helps the Overwatch. We'll have Sentinel Overwatch as well. I'll think about it. I'm not being too decisive, but here's a decision. Javelin rockets. Every time on my Rocketeers, Banksy is now premium, the creme de la creme de la rockets. That makes sense. Corporal Spitfire Dre is now a sergeant. What was I even doing with Dre? I don't want another rapid fire. I probably don't want another close encounters, sir. I'll think about it. So we got an alien. That guy was carrying an alien grenade. Wow. And another spare laser rifle.
Recalculating possible Exalt facility location.
321 credits. The base is not in another place. And I don't know what it already was. So we'll intel scan in a few days. I don't know when we'll intel scan because I've lost all track of time. I'll figure out how best to spend this 321 bucks. It's all going to be on Gauss weapons, I feel. Maybe get a mech weapon. Maybe a grenade launcher for Gob. We'll see. I think first things first, floater autopsy is just about to come up. There we go. So first things first. What are we doing next? We are going to... Well, first of all, kinetic strike module available for manufacture. I know that's quite expensive. I know I'm really rubbish at using it. There are far more important things for us to build. But the kinetic strike module, let me tell you, that is the cool... There we go. A powerful arm upgrade, allowing mechs to punch the living out of adjacent cover and enemies. Enemies go flying, it destroys cover, you get cool animations when they punch the hell out of mechtoids and berserkers. It's brilliant. So we'll be getting one of those, just to be cool. Next up, we are going to interrogate Floater. Interrogate our most recent captive. And that will give us a research token for airspace, which we can use on analysing an abductor. Or most importantly, going on to advanced aerospace concepts, which I'm not sure really what it gives us. I know it gives us a bunch of stuff in the Foundry, and all that Foundry stuff will be very useful to us. But what I also consider is that we can get a bonus for Foundry projects if we get all our satellites up over Asia. But to get all our satellites up over Asia, we need to start winning the air game. It's kind of... It's not really a catch-22, but it's in the way that uneducated middle-class white people use the phrase catch-22. It's a catch-22. It's I'm not middle-class, but I'm not educated. So what? what this is? Advanced. What was I going to say? Essentially, advanced aerospace concepts unlocks a lot of things in the Foundry that will makes it harder for aliens to hit our UFOs. Makes it like kind of halves the repair time for our interceptors, and that's all great. But but putting up 4 satellites over Asia eliminates not just the monetary cost, or just not. It takes it down by. Is it 60% or 40%? I'm not sure what it gives you, but it's quite hefty. And if it's like 50 meld to otherwise research this project, I want to put up satellites in Asia before I do them, because we are gonna. Foundry projects are gonna be what really drains our coffers and our material. I was gonna say material histories, but that's material supplies. There's a word I'm looking for. But anyway, I'd feel guilty if we didn't go for advanced aerospace concepts, so interrogate Floater first up. There he is, little bugger. Let's cut off his arms. I was about to say, does he have nails? But then clearly he does. He just scratched into that unscratchable glass. We'll be very careful around here. So $321 to spend. Well, first of all, alloy cannon. Boom, easy. Upgraded shotgun, that'll allow us to take a scatter laser and an alloy cannon on missions where applicable, rather than just a shotgun and a scatter laser, which is what we were doing before when we had 2 assaults along. Next up, railgun. This is the upgrade to the mech weapon, and our mechs will truly be fearsome after this. I'm surprised at how little it costs, 84 compared to everything else. But I suppose it's a mech only a weapon. Now, what I'm more inclined to do is just get another railgun, so we can get our 2 mechs up and running at once. We could go for any number of useful things like a Gauss auto rifle, Gauss machine gun, starter gun, another Gauss rifle. We could even start going to heavy Gauss. Go alloy bipod, which I do want at some point. Alloy plating. Armor piercing ammo. Maybe, not really. Breaching ammo, I think it's for shotguns yet, but that's quite good. Reaper rounds, not really. But we could get scopes, for example. Scopes we've had available for quite some time. They're very good. They're just aim plus 10. Essentially, you look at it, twice as good as the laser sights, which we still sometimes take on infantry and snipers. Shredder ammo for assaults, that's pretty great. Smart gun kit, these are all good things. But are they as cool? Are they as wicked sick as the kinetic strike module? No, they are not. And thus, our course is decided. If people actually knew what I was doing and what I was selling, they'd probably be shouting at me for selling all the surgeries and stasis tanks. But I don't care. What I'm thinking about is that obviously that's more than enough for the kinetic strike module. I'm thinking if it's worth selling anything else. And I'm really thinking about going back to the Illyrium well. Right, we'll just go with the kinetic strike menu for...
They might be more excited about
oh, trust me. Trust me, you are not more excited than me. when it comes to the kinetic strike module coming in only 8 days. Now we do need 75 credits for our next intel scan as well. I'm not really sure when that scan is going to take place. I can count sometimes. Floater corps. So I'm arbitrarily going to say 11th, 12th, 11th, just before the interrogation finishes. Hello? Large nap of the Earth? I'm not sure, because we can't even send up an interceptor to go look and see what it is. And even if I was a good enough XCOM player to be able to recognise which type of aircraft it is just by looking at it, we can't do that. I mean, it's not an abductor. I mean, it could be a terror ship. Could be coming into land. I mean, what are we going to do? We're not going to do anything to it. Might as well just scan on. Right, it didn't land. That worries me more than like a big terror mission. Oh, I've missed our scanning date, but there we go. Interrogate floater complete. Aerospace technology research credit earned. So as you can see, that'll take a 1 day, 25% off, down to 6 days here. Yeah, begin project. And while we are here, my dears, let's intel scan. It's always Japan! It literally is always Japan. I should have checked to see what assaults we have. I'm just assuming we have good assaults ready. Nero is not a good assault for this. Onju's alright, James is alright. I'm going to risk leaving it for Magical Trevor. A day, so like by 9 AM. Yep, I'll take that. Engineers, we need plenty of them. I'm just going to quickly check. I forgot to check, doing my little check around, what the requests were. See, laser rifles. Always coming in handy. Illyrium. Not 25 Illyrium for 2 scientists. Not 15 meld for 2 scientists. And we don't have any sectoid corpses anyway. And we don't have a muton captive. There we go, 1 muton captive will get us 2 new troops. So it's not just the interrogations, it is everything. Oh, actually, hold on. Would that floater have given us anything? Oh, there we go. The floater, I don't know if it was the interrogation or whether it was the autopsy, but we've now got a neural feedback. Which effect, I'm not really sure what it does. I'll admit to you, but I think it helps it, like, your team as a whole reflect psychic attacks, which become a lot more prevalent as we go on. We've not seen the 2 most powerful psychic enemies in the game yet, so I'd be inclined to put this more on like the tankier assaults, like Onju for example. Maybe James. I'm still not sure that I'm still not sure whether I'm putting Nero or James into the mech bay. I'm holding out for Mindfray for Magical Trevor. Dre would certainly have neurofeedback because Dre is a straight up tank, like an actual proper tank, the only proper tank we have. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was scanning on, hoping Magical Trevor comes back. Potato has returned to active duty. Oh, hello.
Commander, we're tracking several reported abductions via the hologlobe. I've got the coordinates locked in.
So that is a heavy abduction coming up. How many more hours on Magical Trevor? 10 hours. I'm not confident that Magical Trevor's going to make it. I should have waited for that scan until Magical Trevor was ready, but as it is, we're just going to send off some other hapless novice to do a Trevor's job. I'm going to do that before the abduction to make sure it gets done. It's not going to be Nero. James could take out Onju, of course. It's going to be James. Is it going to be James? It might as well be James. Why not? Take off the ceramic plates, son. You don't need them where you're going. You're going to Japan. You're going to love it there.
Covert XCOM operative deployed against Exalt Cell in Japan.
Yep, Japan. There we go. So we've got an heavy alien abduction to deal with in South Africa for 166 bucks. I'll take that every day. It's a roadway. I'll gear up some kind of squad and be right back with you. So the order in which I pick troops is kind of my order of priority. Where your guys are in this list does affect their starting positions on the map, but I don't really pay attention to that because I can never remember it. There are mods you can install that actually tell you what position these guys in, so I think RSOX might start furthest forward, or Devlin Caster starting in the furthest forward position. But in any case, what I mean is that Cheeky was my first pick. Captures, and he is Mr. Capture. Second choice, Ray the Great, roadway. We want a disabling sniper on a heavy roadway abduction. It's either going to be long, in which sniper squad site is going to be amazing, or it's going to be a wide open, in which sniper squad site is going to be amazing. RSOX because we need a rocketeer. Devlin Caster I brought along just for the sake of powerful psychic heat ammo. It's a good combo. We run into any big troops. Devlin Caster's there. Nero because I needed to take him on a mission. Tribute because Tribute's a bit of an interesting one because we've got a covert operation coming up. So as you can see, I'm taking a pretty great team, but I'm not taking the absolute best team. I'm not taking Gairav Epiphanis shamed. I'm saving those three plus probably Denny in case of the covert op, in case it's a covert extraction, in case it goes bad, and we need our best of the best on the scene. So Tribute's in there, Katie in there because she's our best mech that isn't Epiphanis at the moment. Mistra's in there because I wanted to pick Anarch, but Anarch's fatigued for another hour, and I couldn't be bothered setting up the video to record going that other hour. So Mistra's here. Admittedly, Mistra, marksman rifle, going to be useful on a roadway. So I probably should have picked Mistra up a bit further. So we're just going to launch the mission. There are two roadway maps that I can remember that we haven't gotten yet. I'm expecting it to be one of them. And they're both pretty terrible. There's not one of them.
We need to get down there
We're never getting this dodgy roadway that I keep mentioning.
Current updates from the ground indicate the aliens are moving within the city limits. We should get down there and secure the area as quickly as we can.
This is the Peter Van Dorn Memorial Highway. This is the Van Dorn mission where we go across this. I don't even really remember this because it's all red. But what happened the last time we were here? We had a big line of Overwatch, and there were drones or Seekers flying against us, and we missed every single Overwatch. Yosef was definitely there, because I think Yosef was on the thumbnail. Now, that's how stupid a memory I have for these kind of things. But anyway, you can join us next time for what should hopefully be a far better, far more efficient, far less scary excursion to the Van Dorn Memorial Highway in Operation Forgotten Gift. I'll see you next time.